guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the big question, right? So for those of you who are new to the channel, here's my quick spiel. My name's Ashley. I'm a certified alcohol and drug counselor, and I help people in recovery live life to the fullest. So whether you are new to recovery and you're like, what is this all about? How do I get into it? Or you're in recovery and you feel stuck and you feel like you're just not living life the way that you should be or that you want to be. I make all kinds of videos related to that, so subscribe, like it, hit the notification bell. I would be super grateful. It helps me continue bringing this content to you, and I'm just fired up about it. So, with that being put out of the way, we are going to jump right into what you came here for, right? So the burning question, am I an alcoholic? Am I a drug addict, right? Am I addicted to something? And so I'm going to pull from both my professional and my life experience. I am a woman in recovery. I got sober when I was 20. Age disclaimer, I'm 30. So you can do the math there. I've spent the majority of my adult life in recovery and working with women and all types of people really in recovery, but my specialty is women, gender specific, and I am a big believer in positive reinforcement and looking at addiction and recovery in a different way, because it's not the 1930s, guys. It is 2020, and we just have to start loving people. Okay, so are you an alcoholic? And the first thing that I want to do is for you to go through these questions and ask yourself honestly, right? Like, does this feel true to me, right? Not did my mother's brother's sister say this to me, but does this really feel true for me? So question number one, do I drink every day? And every time you hear me say drink, I want you to take the word drink out and replace it with anything that you're struggling with. So whether it's, am I a love addict? You know, do I crave love every day? Am I a drug addict? Do I use drugs every day, right? Am I a whatever the heck I want to be addict? Like, yeah, I get it. That's me. Just insert it there and it'll work just fine. So, do I drink every day? Yes or no? Right? That's an easy one. Get out a pen and paper, check it. Number two, do I want to not drink? Now that's a big one. So if the answer is yes, then regardless of your answer to number one, so if your answer to number one was no, I don't drink every day, and your answer to number two is yes, I want to not drink, then you've got your answer right there, right? So if you want to do something and you're unable to do it, then chances are you are addicted. Spoiler alert, but that's kind of the definition of addiction, right? It's that we're engaging in a behavior that we no longer want to engage in, but we tell ourselves, hey, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and yet we continue to do it, right? But if your answer to question number one, do I drink every day, is yes, and your answer to question number two is, do I want to drink every day, is yes, then I don't know if you're an alcoholic or not. Like, maybe as far as the medical definition goes, right, you are. But as far as my definition goes, what I believe and what I choose to practice in my practice is no. If you're happy with where you're at and it feels comfortable and it feels natural to you, then you've got your answer right there. But if you're not happy with where you're at, and you have asked yourself, am I an alcoholic? If you're questioning that, if you found this video, because honestly, you probably haven't found this video unless you're questioning that, right? Then here are some tips to figure out what the truth is. So if you have tried to stop and you have been unable, then that may be an indicator. And in my experience working I was the director of a gender-specific treatment center for years, and what I found is we had women come in all across the board from all different economic statuses, socioeconomic statuses, and everyone who ended up in the treatment center had one thing in common. And it wasn't how much money they made or how much they had lost or how big their house was or how much they were drinking. It always was a desire to quit and the inability to do it on their own. And so if you have the desire and you don't have the ability to do it on your own, then that's kind of the answer to your question. And so that's really all this video is. That is my simple 1 to 2 step method for figuring out whether or not you are an alcoholic, or whether or not you are a drug addict, or whether or not you're addicted to sex, or whether or not you're addicted to your husband, or whether or not you're addicted to food. So, here's your answer. Do I drink every day? Yes. Do I want to drink every day? Yes. Can I stop when I try? Yes. You're not an alcoholic. Do I drink every day? No. Do I want to drink every day? No. I want to stop. When I try to stop, I can't. Yes, you are an alcoholic. You have the desire to change your life, but the inability to do so on your own. And so that's kind of the basics of it. And I think people try to overcomplicate it, right? We want it to be this like massively like hard thing to understand, but it's not. It's just human. If you are engaging in any kind of behavior that you don't want to engage in, you have tried to stop on your own, and you have been unsuccessful, then chances are you fit the medical definition and what we therapists like to call the therapeutic definition of someone who is suffering from addiction. And so if you've asked yourself those questions honestly, there are lots of resources. I've linked some of them to the bottom of this page. Always reach out for help. And I will see you next week with another short video. Bye.